Musashi insisted that through an intense study and practice of the way of the martial arts, the ways of all other arts would be understood. That his acquaintance with the older sword polisher turned aesthete may have helped open his eyes to this understanding is not recorded, but the jovial shadow of Honami Koetsu seems indeed to pass over the pages of the Book of Five Rings. Takuan Soho, 1573 to 1645, a Zen Buddhist priest of the Rinzai sect, was another influential character of the Kyoto Renaissance traditionally connected to Musashi. Like Koetsu, Takuan was a polymath who excelled in calligraphy, painting, poetry, gardening, and the tea ceremony. He must have also enjoyed being in the kitchen, for he invented the pickle, still used as a constant in the Japanese diet, and, to this day, it retains his name. Takuan was a prodigious writer whose collected works fill 6 volumes. He was an advisor to the emperor and shogun alike, and became abbot of the Daitokuji, a major Zen temple in Kyoto, by the age of 35. The tradition that names Takuan an instructor to Musashi is interesting in a number of ways, but is brought to focus in Takuan's essay, The Mysterious Record of Immovable Wisdom, written not to Musashi, but to Yagyu Munenori, the head of the Shinkage style of swordsmanship. The work deals in part with the relationship of the mind, body, and technique, a subject covered extensively in the Book of Five Rings. In the very beginning of his essay, Takuan tells us, "What is called Fudomyo-o, a wrathful manifestation of the central Buddha Vairocana, is said to be one's unmoving mind and an unvacillating body. Unvacillating means not being detained by anything. Glancing at something and not stopping the mind is called immovable. This is because when the mind stops at something, the breast is filled with various judgments, and there are various movements within it. When its movements cease, the stopping mind moves, but does not move at all. When you first notice the sword that is moving to strike you, if you think of meeting that sword just as it is, your mind will stop at the sword in just that position. Your own movements will be undone, and you will be cut down by your opponent." The action of spark and stone underscores the point that the mind should not be detained by things. It says that even with speed, it is essential that the mind does not stop. When the mind stops, it will be grasped by the opponent. On the other hand, if the mind contemplates being fast and goes into quick action, it will be captured by its own contemplation.